With NIO making expansion plans coming out on May 6th and 7th for Europe, they're also talking about making expansion plans for third and fourth tier cities in China. But you know what we're making expansion plans on? We're making expansion plans for this channel. So if you guys want to stay up to date on all things NIO, all things stock market related, hit that sub button. It's the best way to support the channel and it keeps you up to date on all of that news. Also, we got links in the description for Webull. It allows you guys to get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,800 if you guys deposit $100 or more. Also, we got links in the description for the Patreon that gives you access to our portfolios and the Discord portfolio where the members get to choose which stocks to put in there. Also, let's shout this guy out. Shout out to F14 Flyer. If you see him in the comments, give him a high five or a thumbs up. He joined the Patreon on the Retirement King section. Like, hell yeah, man. Thank you so much for all the support. We really appreciate everything you do for the channel, all the comments and everything. Thank you so much. But let's go ahead and hop into it, dude. So like we were saying, that NIO is coming out on May 6th and 7th with the expansion plans for Europe, but they're also talking about expanding into the third and fourth tier cities in China.
All right, so think of different tier cities as just different consumer behavior, income level, population size, consumer sophistication, infrastructure, talent pool, business opportunity, and so on. So really, to dumb it down, it's just the big cities in China, you know, like the giant ones like Beijing, Shanghai, those are tier 1 cities. Right. You know, and then tier 2 cities are a little bit smaller than that. So NIO's president said the company currently has about 25% of its stores in third and fourth tier and lower cities, and that percentage is to rise to about 30% by the end of 2021. So most of their stores are in, you know, the big giant cities, and they're trying to expand outside of that because, you know, obviously there's still millions of people that live outside of, right, say in comparison to like a Chicago or a New York City style city in the US. So there's a, you know, a huge market outside of them that they're trying to tap into. So NIO has 260 stores at the end of March, and they expect to reach 366 by the end of 2021. So NIO will open about 45 new stores outside of, you know, the first and second tier cities. So that's, you know, that's big news because, like I said, there's a lot more people that live outside of just the giant cities in China.
It makes me wonder if like their sales and, you know, the revenue and everything that they make will go up because of this, because like you said, there's a lot, like think of it in the United States, like there's a lot more people that live outside of, you know, LA and Chicago and New York and Houston, like all the big cities, but there's a lot of people that live outside of those cities. Like there's just so many people, and it makes me think that like their sales, theoretically it makes sense for their sales to go up and, you know, them to make more off of them expanding into the smaller tier cities. Yeah,
and then you would think too they would start putting battery swap stations in these, you know, they're not even small cities. Like I don't want to say smaller cities because they're still, you know, the third tier city is still going to be like a giant, it's still going to have a lot of people in it.
Right.
It's not going to be like, you know, something out in the middle of nowhere, you know, just farmland or something. Like it's still going to be tens of thousands, if not 100,000 people in the city. So that, you know, it just opens up a lot more opportunity for a heck of a lot more sales.
Right, exactly. And I think that's one of the big things that are going to come into it. And it, you know, with them also expanding into Europe at the same time, like, yeah, I'm thinking next year is going to look real good for NIO. I'm really thinking next year, like once they get expanded into Europe, once they get all these expansions done and they got their battery as a service complete and like the things just start to come together, I feel like last year was, so I'm going to put it this way. I think last year was the year that people heard of NIO. Towards the end of the year, it skyrocketed. This year is their building year. Next year is going to be, let's make it rain year. Like I think they're going to ring it in. They're just going to bring in so much money, so many sales. I think their numbers are going to jump like crazy. I think next year is going to be the boomer of the year for NIO.
And we said that you know, they're starting to build the new factory or almost, you know, they're about to start building it, and that was kind of the plans with that factory as well that I was reading, was to help support, you know, them getting into other cities besides just the you know, the giant cities. you're obviously gonna, you're gonna have to produce more cars to support all those sales.
Right.
And then just also the sales that are going to be happening over in Europe, and as they expand more into Europe, they're just, like you said, that was a perfect example. Like this is the year they're just building up. Like they're building factories, expanding like crazy, and then next year, like it's just game on from then. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be huge, but there's only one way to find out, and that's sitting here waiting, dude. I'm just going to keep holding on, buying what I can, because I'm still thinking this $40 is a really good price to buy in if you haven't already. Yeah. We talked about that before, but yeah, so that's pretty much going to wrap up this video. If you guys like this kind of content, hit that like, share, notification bell, all that good stuff. It really helps support the channel. We got links in the description for the Webull if you guys want to get into that. Deposit $100. You guys get 2 free stocks worth up to $1,800. Also, link in the description for the Patreon if you guys want to sign up for that, to get you access to our Discord, and it gets you access to the Discord portfolio and our personal portfolio. So there it is. Thank you guys so much for all the support, and we'll see you guys in the next video.